Today I wanted to grind out a little bit of XP and talk about something that I have just now really, come to super think about. And I want to make this more of a trend where when I play Fortnite, I really want to have something to talk about. So, I'll probably be doing that a lot more in the future, where if I make a video on Fortnite, there's something to talk about. Because I don't think it's as fun watching me play when I'm just playing out of obligation, or wanting to react to the story or something, because the story just isn't there anymore. It's better than it was in seasons, the Donald Mustard was leaving, but it's not as good as it used to be. No, it doesn't match. Looked so cool too. Yeah, generally when I want to have a discussion video, I try and land pretty out of the way so I can just be alone with my thoughts and the audience. That's not really an option anymore, so I guess we'll go there. So, yeah, I was thinking, and Fortnite itself, and pretty much both the developers and the community surrounding it, still doesn't know what they have, and that's personally frustrating. Because I know what they have. I know very well what they have on their hands. And I am one who has said and will continue to say that Fortnite has more potential of any game ever created. And they never realize it. I think, dude, even in Season 12, you could argue they didn't fully realize it. Because even though that season was pretty much perfect, or as close as perfect as you can get, it was still probably explain this. Maybe that was the game's potential unleashed. I don't really know. I'm gonna workshop my thoughts on that, but, put a pin in that for a second, because I'm gonna come back to it. I hope, eventually. But, more importantly, the point is, this game has a absurd amount of potential, and nobody's treating it that way, and that is leading to very poor decisions. If you see this game as just, and I'm talking to Epic more than anybody right now, if you see this game as just a moneymaker, you're stupid. You don't know what you have. Because if you look at the way people will talk about this game, the diehard fans they have are, first they're crazy, but if you make anything enjoyable to any demographic of people, I think there's just gonna be psychotic people. So, I don't really know where I was going with that, because, I don't know, I guess, I'm trying to think of something absolutely garbage that has rabid fans. Because, the joke would be, haha, My Hero Academia. It's not that bad. Or it's just not bad, period. Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan's just bad. I feel no problem saying that after how... Oh, hey. After how, the mangaka ended it. I think it's very fair to have me say that that show is just straight up bad now. And the manga. Shit. Because I enjoyed reading it while I was, but, I mean... Okay, I'm getting too on track here. I need to be better about that. That's probably my biggest downfall in these videos, getting sidetracked. So, Chapter 4. More importantly, Fortnite as a whole. When they have something special, they don't know what to do with it. They are way too focused on creating a game that has consistency and balance, which is not a bad thing, let me get straight. That's a very good thing. If you want, like, you know, long-term success, I will say. Or, that depends on what you think long-term is. I'd say 1 year is short-term, personally. But I think short-term is in the 0 to 2-3 years mark. Long-term is the, you know, 3 to 10 years mark. And Fortnite has the... It definitely has the guts to last all those years. And I firmly think that. I don't see anything other than Epic Games stopping Fortnite from persisting for, like, another 20 years. And all they need to do is just understand the game they're working with, because it's clear to me that they don't. And I can't supermark that against them, because at the end of the day, behind Epic Games is a bunch of people who just have a job. You know, it could be their dream job, but it's still a job. So they're not like... I think it's unrealistic to assume that they're constantly trying to do the absolute very best they can 100% of the time. That's not realistic for any company, except sports, but that's different. And I think, like, I don't know, if they got out of that mindset that, you know, working on this game is just a job, and, like, do what brings them in money, dog, if they focused on crafting a long-term, well-crafted piece of art like they have the ability to do, we have seen them do it before, this game will be literally unstoppable. I specifically take issue with this new trend they have going on, where each chapter is just a year. It is exceedingly clear to me that Epic Games only sees Fortnite as their biggest moneymaker and a tool to, you know, keep people, like, coming back by sheer dopamine, and not, like, there's quality here, don't get me wrong. I'll say that this season is fantastic, and I'm having a ton of fun with it. I think they're doing a wonderful job, and this is ultimately a step in the right direction. But Season 1 of Chapter 5 was the most disastrous misstep I've seen this company take since Season 17. That's, like, I'll stick by what I said earlier. Fortnite Wilds is the worst season they've ever made. I don't think I can argue with that take at all. I think that it was one of the only bad marks on Chapter 4. I forgot this is a drum gun and not a SMG. Who's here? Somebody's here, and I would like to see who that person is that is now here. Anyways, Chapter 4. That's what's important here. So, yeah. I said that Chapter 5, Season 1 was a huge misstep. And I do believe that rather firmly. Oh, okay, that's unhelpful. Chat filter. All messages. Thank you. Gee, Daddy, you're so sexy. Yeah, thank you, I know. What the hell was I saying? See, that's why I have this thing where I don't talk between the time I die and until I'm on the bus for the next match, because then I can collect my thoughts and actually get out what I'm trying to say, because, spoiler alert, I'm slow, okay? I'm just a slow thinker. I have to break things down to their most basic level in my brain to be able to project them out onto the microphone that you're hearing right now. So, apologies when I fall silent, because that's just me, you know, giving the brain a rest and trying to let it cooperate with my lips. Because when that happens, good stuff comes out. So I'm just going to take this to try and figure out what I was saying about Chapter 4. And why it was effective in a way that other seasons weren't. Or other chapters, my fault. Username locations. Seems pretty easy. So, yeah, during Chapter 3, there was a severe problem, in my opinion, that nothing that happened felt like it had any impact for the future. Everything felt, I don't know, cheap in some way, I would say. Get the dub, bro. I always get the dub. Where am I landing? Lavish layer, apparently. So, yeah, Chapter 3 was fun, I will say. I think it's... The Fortnite community has a massive problem confusing a season that is fun with a good season. Now, of course, if your season is garbage, I mean, it doesn't really matter how good it is for the game's long term. Like, I think my best example of this would probably be Season 16, where that was a great season for the long term of Fortnite. But if you were looking at that from the perspective that the entire community was of, oh hey, this season sucks, I don't like the damn primal weapons, I mean, then yeah, of course you're gonna hate it. And neither you nor Epic Games is gonna understand the importance of that season. And that's exactly what happened. And then Season 17 happened, which was the worst thing we've ever had for long-term Fortnite. Except for, see, now I'm not sure if Chapter 5 Season 1 is even worse. Because, to be perfectly honest, I think it might be. Because while Season 17 raised hell on the storyline, on the user interface, on the way everything in the game worked, like, everything was just a significant step down. And I will say, I had fun at many points during that season. I think it was the most engaging when Slurpy Swamp was being abducted. That's some of the most fun I've ever had playing this game. And I'm just gonna say that. For that reason, I can understand why people liked it so much. But people just do not understand the horrific ramifications that season had on the rest of the game moving forward. And that drives me insane. Because if we want this game to be better, we have to, and I cannot stress this enough, we have to understand what's good and why it's good, and what's bad and why it's bad. And obviously, we're gonna have different opinions, right? Like, we're gonna have different opinions on what's fun. I understand that. Season 17 could have been good and fun. I will say it was fun at some points. At some points, it was the most boring season ever conceived. But, no. Wilds is still worse. Even though I love Chapter 4, I have to say, Wilds, worst chapter they ever made. I am consistently impressed with the sheer garbage that season was able to dish out. So, yeah, we need to understand what's good. And Chapter 4, ladies and gentlemen, was good. It just was. Chapter 4 exemplified one of the most important things that Fortnite has to offer, and that's a very vibrant sense of uniqueness, where, okay, see, this is why I need to play more in between these little discussions, because normally I will literally only play Fortnite to start streaming, and because of how sparse my streaming schedule is, I mean, you can take a look and see right there. That means I'm almost always terrible when I certainly should not be. I should be, like, at least how good as Clicks was in Season 12. And I'm not, because I just don't play as much as I should. Especially with how good my grades are, dude. I can just slack off now and play Fortnite every day, and I will still pass every class. I'm shooting for the okay, off track. So, what Chapter 4 did was they took the story from Chapter 3, which was the worst story we've ever had. If you enjoyed Chapter 3's story, you don't understand anything about writing. And, yeah, that's harsh, I know. You're allowed to like the spectacle. You're not allowed to think it's a good story, because it wasn't. It just wasn't. And if you would like to know my authority on it, oh boy, do I have a surprise for you. Yeah, I'm not going to get into that right now. I am the most qualified person to say this. That's all I'll get into at the moment. Yeah, Chapter 3 story, horrible. What Chapter 4 did so right was moving away from that sort of cheap, like, I don't know, do I call it like a boss-oriented storyline? Because while that was a problem in Chapter 4 Season 1, after that I feel like they really started cleaning up that issue, where you didn't see in, like, obviously there was the nothing. Wait, was that Chapter 3 or 4? Doesn't matter. That was trash, okay? The nothing storyline, garbage. But they were trying to build something up for the distant future. And even if they did it in a poor way, it is so much more important to impactfully work on the future of your game's storyline and try and see how you can affect the future now in a positive way that will pay off for the people paying attention. Because if people feel like their obsession is being seen, guess what? They're going to obsess even harder. You can... So, if you watch One Piece, one of the things that makes the fans never shut up about how you need to watch it is that consistently throughout the series, the author will build things up for years, and he will... What are you doing, dog? Are we 5? Like, seriously? Can you just fight me? Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, this should not be happening. None of this should be happening. He left. Man, he sucks. Okay, let's do something important now. Like, keep talking about Fortnite. So, I almost fell down there. Damn, I went all the way over here to catch some hands, and everybody left. Besides this guy, who's going to catch these hands. Anyways. What's that? Hell yeah, dude. I would love to take that off your hands. No, okay. You're just gonna have to drive all the way back. It's a little disappointing, but I mean... I actually do want that more than those minis. So what was I thinking? Oda in One Piece, and how that relates to the Fortnite storyline in setting up things in the future so you can have appreciative fans of your hard work. Anyways, when Oda is able to set something up, and like Luffy being too weak after Marineford, and heartaching over that. Actually, I have a better example because I haven't even gotten to that point in this story. I mean, the part I was going to talk about after Marineford. Luffy talking about how desperately he needs his crew, and Oda slowly foreshadowing, with Robin specifically, of crewmates beginning to splinter a little bit. And I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's her fault, but even though I called her Nico Fraudbin to one of my friends, his crew began to splinter, correct? And it started to make the reader contemplate, okay, what's going to happen if Luffy's left alone? Because his crew he will go to the ends of the earth to chase them down. What happens when they're spread out, you know, like what happens when they're just completely not together? How are each of them going to react to it? How is Luffy going to be able to combat that? There is that entire arc with Enies Lobby really made you think about the future of the show and how characters were going to react to future events. And when that finally was able to be paid off in Sabaody, with everyone getting separated, and Luffy having to start from scratch because he just, you know, the gap in power between him and the other characters in this series, it really did make you start to wonder, okay, what happens when he runs into, like, someone we know he obviously is not stronger than, or on a similar level to? And when you finally got to see that with Bartholomew Kuma, after having that question race in Thriller Bark of, okay, this guy's literally insane, strength-wise. It really makes you think that. And when those thoughts are validated through storytelling that comes later, you really start to connect with the earlier story and become more engaged in your current story. And that's what Chapter 3 of Fortnite could not for the life of it do. All it wanted to do was, in One Piece terms, wanted to have Bartholomew Kuma separate the crew just because it shakes things up. That's all they wanted to do. They wanted to rush the reveals. They didn't want any build-up for the... What's this? This will probably give me copywritten, but I don't really care. Okay, that's trash. Yo, I still love this outfit. Every time I see it, I just contemplate buying it. Same thing with this one. And actually, I like all of these. I might be stupid. freaky ass emote. Yo, I should do the dip sometime. Is this skin good, or do I just like it because it looks like Chapter 1? And is this skin good, or is the 4th of July just a cool holiday that I like? It had a really good one last year. Nope, that's just a good skin. How about you? Are you just conventionally attractive or a good skin? I'm gonna go with both, Chief. I can't wait for the next crew pack. Hell yeah, dude, I get a new emote. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Yo, what's Antonio Brown talking about? Oh my gosh, my YouTube's doing the thing where it's crashing and not letting me. That's so sad. At least it seems like everything's working. Here, I'll see if my... Oh, monkeys, my chat's not working. At least I can't do anything in it. How is my phone fully charged already? It was like 30% like an hour ago. Where the hell is Rebel's Roost? Oh my gosh, Chapter 5 is so bad. What was I gonna say? So, what Chapter 5 wanted to do was they wanted to introduce or Chapter 3. What Chapter 3 wanted to do was introduce as many new characters, as many new players as possible. Because they were understanding that, hey, we are really running out of storylines to go through now that Donald Mustard is leaving. And they wanted to, A, wrap everything up as fast as humanly possible, and B, create as many, you know, open ends as they could to try and salvage something for the future. Neither of those worked. Both of those were executed in possibly the worst way I could possibly imagine. That's an exaggeration, but it was done poorly is the point. And instead of trying to take things slow, and I talked about a guy on Twitter with this, and he just did not understand that different writers can write the same story in an effective way. Literally just look at Dragon Ball Super. And Akira Toriyama is one of the greatest writers of all time, so I really don't want to hear it. And if you contest that, I will remind you that he literally wrote everything in the span of like a month because he was based and lazy, and that's awesome. And he was literally making it up as he went along and made one of the most compelling stories about hard work and perseverance that's ever been created. And, you know, accepting yourself while never letting yourself accept your flaws, if that makes any sense. Like, how you can always be better than the flaws you have, is what I'm trying to say. And Toyotaro was able to exemplify that wonderfully and take the atmosphere and the universe of Dragon Ball in a way that felt both faithful but also revolutionary. Now, obviously it wasn't perfect, okay? Dragon Ball Super and its manga, it has problems, but it can clearly be done. Like the Mario arc and the Granola arc, dude, honestly, if you were to tell me that the Moro arc was entirely written by Akira Toriyama, I'd believe you. I just straight up believe you. That's how well he's able to emulate the feel of Dragon Ball. And when people try and act like that could not have been done with Epic Games, just because there was a change of hands, they needed to wrap everything up, that is so incredibly ignorant. That pisses me off. So I want to see, and thankfully, are you serious, dude? Thankfully not all the loose ends are tied up, because that would be disastrous if they just had to start from scratch. Because, I mean, honestly, I put a little blame on Donald Mustard too, because he just went way off into the weeds with the whole Alien storyline. And the copium I have to try and come to terms with that is, oh, he was leaving soon, so, you know. And he just really liked the Alien genre, so he wanted to, like, really lean into it. That's the only way I can cope with how bad that season's story was and how bad it was for the feature. That he knew he was gonna leave and is just like, oh, aliens, I love aliens. Let me try and slap this together so, you know, I can have my fun with Fortnite and aliens. Because, I mean, dude, I'm not even gonna lie. They could have hired any prodigious middle schooler, and they would have written something more compelling surrounding Fortnite and aliens. I'm sorry. I would trust an alien story written by a 6th grader before I would trust another alien season out of Donald Mustard. Because holy hell, that was predictable, uninteresting, that was... I don't have words for how bad that story was. And that really started a trend that we have still not seen the end of today. Every time I think, okay, we finally put that horrible beast to rest, Chapter 5, Season 1, like, Chapter 4 for Fortnite Mega, and for Chapter 4, Season 4, they understood. Everything was perfect. They had a beautiful transition into Fortnite OG, and it was like, yes, this is the reset. We're going back to basics. We're becoming simple again. Chapter 5, Season 1 is the 3rd worst season ever made. Like, it was just from the most inspiring, perfect, like, genius thing they could have done to, like, slowly watching every good point of Fortnite OG be torn away from you as you realize, wait, they're not following the actual map updates. Oh, they're implementing, you know, new things to it. Okay, you know, maybe they're just, you know, trying to set up a storyline where we're going back in time and everything's messed up a bit, and then this will be explained in Chapter 5. New map, no explanation, no nothing, no... Like, they just straight up made Fortnite OG worse because they could, and I don't understand it. It was the best season I had ever played for the first few weeks. And then it was just trash. Like, I considered Fortnite OG to be better than Season 12. Literally until... That was awesome. I've never done that before. This is so much fun. I don't even care that I'm about to die. Oh, I'm cooked. Yeah, I probably should have boxed up and just hit my chug splashes, but I was having more fun on the bike, so I don't care. Yeah, Fortnite OG just... It stopped being what it should have been. It should have been either 1, a one-to-one retelling of Chapter 1, or 2, my preference, do what they did, where they make it a little off the more it goes, but like still have the updates be significant, because what we got was just this super cheap, like, I'll just say, like, kind of cop-out and cash-in aren't the right words, but that's the best I can come up with right now, of where they were just... Let me think. No! Are you serious? New England took a quarterback? Oh, wow. Caleb Williams went to Chicago. No way. Truly, you floor me. Next pick is the Giants. Who cares about the Giants? They're gonna be garbage no matter what. Please don't take Penix. I want Penix. Do I need to do those anymore? No. Okay. Why is it... Okay, I'll go here, emote, I guess. So, what was I gonna say? On Fortnite. I'll move on to Chapter 4 a bit. So... what Chapter 4 was getting right was they started taking it slow. No more of that breakneck intro. Okay. This is what makes it so important to understand why Chapter 4 was so good. And why it really should have been, more respected by both the community and really Epic Games, to be frank. Epic Games... I'm calling out that you did not respect Chapter 4 as much as you should have. And that was extremely detrimental to this game as we're moving towards it now. And will, unfortunately, I hope it will not bite you in the future, but it almost most assuredly will. With the way that we're plummeting right now. I will say though, I need to give you your roses for this season. This is one of the best seasons you've done in modern times. If not for how good Fortnite Mega was, I'd be blowing this season a lot more. When I first started playing it, this is like a top 3 season. And honestly, I will concede this is the most improved season they've ever had. Because, yeah, Chapter 4 Season 4 was still really good, and while Fortnite OG at the beginning was the best season they've ever made. Let me stop playing. At the beginning, it was the best season of all time, until they kept going. Is that just the same gun? It's the same gun. Yeah, I'll keep it. So, what was I saying? Chapter 4, yeah, Chapter 4, Season 4, OG was really, really good at the beginning. Yeah, Chapter 5, Season 2 is so astronomically higher in quality than Chapter 5, Season 1. It's the craziest differential I've ever seen. Like, even though Wilds was the worst season of all time, dude, Chapter 5, Season 1 literally ruined everything good that was going on around it. Fortnite Wilds just put a dent in how good Chapter 4 was. Chapter 5 Season 1 ruined everything that they had just built up for Fortnite Mega, Chapter 4 Season 4, and Fortnite OG. It was the antithesis of everything they were doing right. And honestly, even though the season itself wasn't that bad, the bad things that happened within that season's time period was impossible to overstate. So, to really jump all over that point and talk about why Chapter 4 wasn't appreciated like it should be. I did need to get out of the way that Chapter 5 Season 1 disrespected that entire chapter, and is why I'm making this video. Because while I love the season, and would I rather be playing this in Chapter 4 Season 4? I know I'd rather be playing Mega, because Mega is my 3rd favorite season of all time, so it's not really fair. But, I don't know. This season's great, though, just because of how much better it was than the first one. Oh, he's there. Okay. Idiot. Oh. Get me up here, dude. Sorry, not sorry. Like your skin, but you gotta die. Hell yeah, Civil Moccasin. Love your name, dude. Bull Moccasin would kick your ass, though. Ooh, spoilers. Would she? I don't think so at that point, because I don't know how strong airbenders get. I mean, she would eventually. I don't care how strong the last airbender is. She's getting fucking washed by end of series. Why did I say that? Okay. That's kind of a spoiler. What am I talking about? something more important than spoiling my own book series. My own upcoming book series. W, man. So, yeah, I needed to talk about the damage that Chapter 5 has done to Chapter 4 to fully understand why I think we were so robbed of, or Chapter 4 is so robbed of the community and of Epic Games' respect. Because I think it's very important for a game and its community to understand what they've done right so they can emulate that in the future and make an even better product than they have been. So even though I'm pretty much talking to the wall right now, I don't care. If I talk this well and this intelligently for long enough, someone's going to catch on. Somebody is going to see what I'm saying, take it to heart, and I'm only saying this and putting myself in that sort of, you know, elevated position because I know what I'm saying is right and will help this game. And this is my favorite game of all time. There are games that, like Subnautica, that I hold in a very similar regard, who are also struggling with the same problems, which I will talk about at a later date. Looking at you below zero. I didn't even emote there. That was the entire point I went. But we're fine. Everything's fine. We can just go somewhere else. I was gonna say, will that fall damage me? Oh boy, buddy. You best get out of your car. I'm kicking his ass. I don't know why I have medkits in my inventory, but I do. You ever feel like Twisted Wizard? Because I know I do. Crazy that the Ranger Assault Rifles is the best in the game right now. Yeah, so basically that's why I'm making these, even though, again, I'm talking to the wall on this. I love the game, I want to see it do better, and if someone sees this and has any sort of influence, you know, for the good of the game, I beg of you. I don't care about credit. Don't credit me for all I care. That does not matter. What matters is that this game is doing better than it's doing right now, and I don't miss every single shot I lay on the field. Leave me alone. Where's this dude? What is that? Huh. Whee! I love The Flash. It's one of my favorite shows of all time, which is horribly embarrassing to admit, but, you know, I was a child when it came out. Have some leniency. So yeah, what I'm supposed to be talking about right now. Chapter 4, when it released, pressed the restart button on the most disastrous stretch Fortnite has ever experienced. You can like Chapter 3. I loved it when it was going on. I was having a lot of fun. I think the locations themselves were fantastic. The island was bad, okay? That was not a good island, but the POIs, I will say, were of a very high quality. And yeah, that guy's dead. Unless they're teaming, in which case I am dead. Why aren't you two fighting? Holy crap, I'm teaming. Oh, I'm just stupid. Okay. That is so adorable. He actually thought he could win that. definitely know I want that more than what I have. Yeah, so Chapter 4, press the reset button on the disaster of... was Chapter 3 a disaster, or am I saying that for the sake of embellishment and driving home a point? Because, I mean, it did a lot of bad things, but Season 3 was fun as hell. Season 20, super fun. Season 19, great reset on the horrific nightmare of Season 17. The Season 19 vibes were there. That was a great time to be a Fortnite player. Until, oh baby, until I.O. was revealed to be drilling underneath the map. That might be single-handedly the worst decision Fortnite has ever made. And I'll try to explain why with Chapter 4, and why, honestly, I think Chapter 5 Season 1 actually put Fortnite in a better place than Season 19 did. And even though Season 19 is infinitely the better season, and I would way rather be playing that than playing that season when it was around, even though Valeria is one of my favorite characters in all of it. Now she's my favorite. I'll stop playing. I think Valeria is a more interestingly written character than even Midas, which is kind of heresy. And, okay, I'm getting so off track here, but, dude, I'm a story guy, okay? That's all I do for a living. I'm a character guy. All I do is try and make my own characters as good as they possibly can be to style on people who are not as good as me. Because I want people to enjoy my world as much as I do. He marvels at the beauty of nature around him. I like how they made a banana one of the most likable characters in their franchise. It's crazy. He's just a guy. And they don't even lean into that too hard. This guy wants the smoke. So yeah, quick pause on what I was talking about. Brother got... I'm not gonna say that word. Well, he's dead. And I'm not. So... I want that fly drop. And I want to go on the island. Oh gosh. Some moron with a medallion over here. Ew. Oh, hi. How are you? Oh, well, I died. I had a sneaking suspicion I was going to die soon. Drake May has been selected. Yeah, I saw that. Malik Neighbors. That's cool. Yeah, the Giants desperately need weapons. JC Latham. No! Penix went to... Oh. He went to the Falcons. Killing myself. I'm sad now. Seattle's not getting Michael Penis Jr. Worst day of my life. Even worse than Super Bowl 49. Let me chill. I love the NFL so much. Downsides of the thermal scope destroys supply drones at hot spots. I guess we'll go to Snooty Steps for that. Underworld chest at Grim Gate and leave without taking damage. Yeah, I think I can do that pretty easily. What the hell am I hearing? Oh, yay, that place is swamped. So... well, I was talking about that a while ago. Chapter 4 hit the reset button, right? A reset button that was desperately needed. They took us... so, one of the failures of Chapter 3, which I wouldn't have even seen if I was writing it, I don't think, is the island flipping on itself. While that was the best spectacle I have ever witnessed in Fortnite, I have to say, that's not an option. I think it was an incredibly hard to see misfire by Donnie Mussey, and I think that's because it made, or I know that's because, when the island is just flipped on itself and not in the middle of nowhere, and it's just like in this bubble in space, that means there's nothing beyond the borders of the island. The most interesting thing Fortnite had going for it was its island. And Donald Mustard literally just admitted this after I have been saying it for years, actually just a few months, because I also just realized it. But that was one of the things that I could never put my finger on to articulate, and finally have understood now. So, called it. I know what I'm talking about. Other things. What just happened? Oh, hi. Dog. That shit was gorgeous. Watch me throw this on myself like I always do. I'm so bad with these bombs. That wasn't even close. Who dares? Him, actually. I got touched. Rome Adunze. Trading up to number 10, Jets trading back. Dude, I'm so excited for this draft. So, yeah, while the flip was... No. Flip. Island. On head. Turn around. Okay. This, way better than Chapter 3. This, being out in blank nothingness of just ocean, this is what Fortnite, this is so pivotal to the identity of the game. Not knowing where you are, and Donald Mustard said this, being on an island that feels alive and is its own character while you contemplate coming off of it. Because, okay, when you're landing on an island for, I don't know, 40 games in a row, at some point you're gonna think, what if I wasn't on the island? What if I didn't land on the island? What if I landed somewhere else? And when you were first playing Fortnite, you would probably try to swim out to the edge. Why would you do that in Chapter 4? Or in Chapter 3? When you know the island is either in space, or... the hell no. What do you call it? In space, or... also in space, because that was boring. So it's just in a bubble, looks awesome at first. The flip itself is the coolest thing I think I've ever seen in a live service game. Okay, give me that. Did that hit me? Yes, it did. No, it didn't. I'm leaving. Yay! Oh, I love the removal of fall damage in this one. This season is so good. Like, legitimately, even though... I'm in love with this season. I'm getting the Fortnite hit that only this game can give me right now. Or I'm just having the fun. I think I need to clip some of what I'm saying and put it into a video so I can, like, better spread my point. Yay! Samoa Joe should have beaten Brock Lesnar. I can't believe I have been repeating the same sentence for 10 minutes now. When you have tried to swim off the island, you have contemplated what is beyond the island when you were first playing Fortnite. When you know what's beyond the island, there is no wonder, and you're only thinking about what's going on the island instead of thinking of the island as, like, this... I don't know, I kind of wanted to say deity, in a way, that you don't know whether you want to escape from or stay near for safety. Because there is always something happening. So, one of my ideas in Season 17 was, and it was a joke, or it might have been Season 14, and I said either aliens or Galactus will run us off. Oh no, I knew Galactus would lose, that's right. Because I remember telling my friends, like, obviously Galactus is gonna lose. And Cypher PK was stupid for thinking Season 5 would be a follow-up. I love you, Cypher PK. You're my dad. Mwah. Let me think. Yeah, so when you don't know what the deal is with the island, and you're always trying to figure out another angle to go about it, you're trying to think about what lies beyond, because that is what was so incredibly special about chapters 1 and 2. And why the aliens really hurt it, because now you have an idea of what's out there, and guess what? It's not that interesting. It's not that interesting. It's just your stereotypical aliens you could find in literally any piece of media ever created, which is why Season 17's story was so bad. It was a cool alien story, yeah, but it's the same alien story I have heard for literally 50 years. It is the exact same one that's been told of abducting cows, having a mothership. Like, it's just Independence Day, but worse. And that is such a crime coming from the most creative game I think I've ever played. They took the formula of Battle Royale, perfected it, and put their own unique twist on it before it was even that popular. Like, yeah, PUBG was pretty big. Like, it was nowhere near as popular as when Fortnite came around. So, they, with a company this creative, Season 17 never should have happened. That was a complete deviation from their identity, and it provided so much damage to Fortnite as a whole. Oh, I'm sorry. I love you. I can't stress it enough. That's why in so many videos you'll hear me trashing the season, and why I just never stop, because I have to keep pushing that narrative of, because it still lines up today. When you know more about what's out in the Fortnite universe, it has to be done incredibly delicately, or you see what happens. We would not be dealing with this story drought right now if Season 17 never happened. If they had kept on that slow build of the 7 storyline like they were doing in Season 16, and, you know, let that naturally progress, dude. Just waiting for one of these to dome this guy. Okay. Alright, buddy. Okay. NFL draft time. All the good QBs are going. Goodbye, JJ McCarthy, you beautiful young face. Dude, I swear, if we pick up Bo Nix, I'm gonna crash out. I would rather have the guy people were talking about than fucking Bo Nix. He's so old. We need a young QB. We need another Russell Wilson. So I wanted Michael Penix Jr., but no, Atlanta has to take him, rip him away from me. That beautiful son. Never gonna get over that. Unless their draft pick is like really, really, really good. Like if it's an offensive lineman that just drops Nick Bosa repeatedly, I'll be fine. I will be happy and I will concede. I will say I am wrong. I will say I am sorry. And I will dedicate a shrine to Mike and McDonald. Why are you here? He's just here, so we won't get fined. Ugh. But I don't like that one. Emote here. You can emote. You can emote like you said you were gonna emote. You can immediately drop down and just bust a move. Good. So, back to what I was talking about. Island, its own character. That's good. Chapter 3 did bad. Season 17. When you know things. Oh, delicate. You have to make that, no, I like that gun. You have to be very delicate with the way you... the way you reveal things in your universe. As someone creating an expansive universe myself, it is so easy to want to just give people big reveals so they can like jump out of their chair and be like, yo, no way. You can do that. That is the most rewarding when it's like not done in a necessarily subtle way, but done in a way where you feel like you're still in the same universe. More mysteries are brought up than questions are answered. That is so important in ongoing fiction. Oh my gosh. If you're trying to create a story that's ending soon, by all means, answer your questions. If you are making a live service game with plans to go on for, at the very least, the next 5-7 years, like, let's be real, they're shooting for like 10, right? Obviously. However, what's I thinking? Yeah, you are a live service game. You have to preserve its core. You can't just go around dropping answers to mysteries left and right. And this, I promise this is coming back to Chapter 4. Because what Chapter 4 did was they threw in the trash every single previous piece of lore we had. They started fresh. They said, hey, we're on an island in the middle of space. 1, that's awesome. 2, it's complete blankness out there. You have no idea. Something could be watching you. You have no idea how many planets are out there. You have no idea if the next island you're on is going to be on, like, one of these crazy planets that you can see in the distance. It's cool. Are you freaking serious? I need to get better at hitting headshots with this. Because it is so rewarding when you do. There was just nothingness. Chapter 4 gave us a much needed fresh start. No IO, no knowing exactly where we are, and see, okay, with Chapter 3, you knew where you were as far as, oh, you know, now we know where Chapter 2 took place, and now we know where, what do you call it, where Chapter 3 is taking place, so there's no question about our whereabouts. And it was clear by that reveal that they had no intention of expanding upon, you know, where is this nowhere space place. And although I will say, Season 20, the best thing it did, and oh boy was it a good thing, when they had the 7 base out on the moon, that was genius. Now, huge problem with that. We know a sort of order of operations for the 7. We should be very carefully finding places like that, because from the way the moon was set up, and I could be completely off base here, if I pray I am off base here, that made it seem like this is where the 7 have been for all this time. If the 7 instead, like, came from all the hell out of nowhere in space, and the visitor was just someone who's like, hey, there's life on this island, it's a weird looking experiment, what's going on with this? That's what made the visitor so cool. Then he starts to get attached to us, then he sacrifices himself. Amazing storytelling. That was genuinely beautiful. That's so unfortunate for me. Oh, the Broncos picked Bo Nix. Bo Nix. Oh, fucking course the Broncos pick Bo Nix. Only the Broncos. Only the Broncos. Oh, I'm crying. Bo Nix to the Denver Broncos. Oh my gosh, this franchise is so bad. I can't, dude. Poverty franchise. Oh my gosh, bro. That is hilarious. Sam Darnold is 2 years older than Bo Nix. Imagine. Oh my gosh, it would have been smarter to trade for Kirk Cousins. How is this team so bad? I will never get enough of the Denver Broncos being terrible. After they treated Russell Wilson the way they did, oh my gosh. Oh, it's so funny. I never get tired of it. This is the worst franchise in the current NFL, and it is so funny. Oh my gosh. They picked Bo Nix. That's so... They picked Bo Nix. Only the Broncos would pick the one quarterback that is a joke at the draft. Only the Broncos. Oh my gosh. I hope the kid doesn't do poorly. But like, the Broncos picking the meme quarterback is just... They're Broncoing. They're Broncoing. Oh. Let's ride. Bo Nix. That shit off my screen. What that? Where's that coming from? Oh, there. Bo Nix. My sides are hurting. The Broncos select Bo Nix. I'm sure he'll prove me wrong. I hope he will. Oh, I can't wait to watch the Broncos fans suffer even more. The absolute hell I, a Seahawks fan, have put Broncos fans through is just... it turns me on. I am aroused. I am excited. I cannot wait for the season. We can rob them of their draft picks all we want. They can never save their franchise from themselves. I hope Perna's okay. So back to Fortnite, what I came here to discuss instead of Bo Nix going to the Broncos. Fortnite Battle Pass. Good this season. Just kidding. What to say that has not been said before time began? There was... Say your mom, you're 5. Emptiness. We had a reset. Chapter 4 gave us an impactful reset that gave this game a future. They gave it a theme. They ignored the sins of past seasons by being haphazard and stupid and disjointed like all of Chapter 3. Not one season in that entire stretch was coherent. Every single one. I mean, you could call Season 22 like, no, not even. No, like, you could, I would have said Chrome, but like, that's not even a theme. That's just an aspect of the game. It's an aspect of the story. It was bad. It was just bad. Yeah, if I remember the story correctly, the nothing is what has the chrome, and the not Cube Queen, the Herald, was using it. And there was no theme, there was no direction in the story, they were just doing things. The 7, the worst thing the Fortnite storyline has ever done is introduce every member of the 7. And then, even worse, they killed them all off. They're all dead. I think we know every member. Hold on, there's the Imagined, there's her sister, there's Origin, there's Foundation, there's Visitor, there's Brie Larson, and Scientist. Yeah, we know all of them. That's a horrible mistake. Because now there are no questions as to, oh, is there a stronger one? It's like Foundation. We didn't know if he was like the leader, the muscle, if he was like even one of the lower ones, which would have been so cool. I had headcanoned it that, the Visitor was effectively their weakest member, with the least experience, and that's why he took so much pity on the island, because he was young and he had a sense of justice about him. And that delusion from me really added to his character. And, you know, having Foundation, a character who's obviously much older, a little jaded, and has a job to do. Having him, and I think the scientist, maybe, no, we knew the paradigm, and we knew the scientist. So, Foundation being number 4, and these were spaced out. Like, we knew about Visitor, Season 3, 4. We learned about Paradigm in Scientist circa Season 10. Foundation wasn't until Season 16. We knew 3 members, for the first 2 years of the game's lifespan. Then year 3-ish, I think, we were able to finally get another member. And we still didn't have a perspective on the entire, you know, this coalition, this whatever they were. Fuck you. And it provided so much intrigue and mystery for their future. Like, the Foundation could have been their leader. He could have been, you know, I mean, hey, Paradigm, I mean, also obviously one of the younger characters. Her, who is Singularity, building the robot. Yeah, I don't care that it got retconned. I'm telling this story from our perspective back then. Singularity, building the robot, fighting something that has the power to destroy an island. That's huge, okay? That's big for telling us how powerful these people are. That's big for showing what they'll sacrifice. That's big for, I mean, the mech flying off shows, you know, that they can't always be here, which is very important. If you're having, with the way the Fortnite story goes, I also predicted that Optimus and Bumblebee would come to Fortnite in Season 17 because of this poster, and I would like to mention that as I look at that. The way the Fortnite story works is you have just a bunch of random people who land on an island. And when that island, or when those people are powerless against the monstrous things this island throws at them, which is why this arm is so good, and why I think the story is... Okay, the story as we stand is in a good place if they continue to do things like this. However, instead of just making it a one-season thing, which is what they're doing now with the Greek Gods, what they could be doing is they could have, you know... Imagine how it would shake up the story if another arm like that was drawn out of the ground, and we now realize that that wasn't just the Greek gods. This was a diversion. What the hell is coming out of this island? Is it the island itself? Is it something trapped? Is this, like, you know, some sort of play for control by an outside force? There is so much you can go with that. To provide for the game's future. And... oh, well, I lose. Oh no, he's just terrible. Never mind. Is that guy on my friends list? Huh. Hammer pump, yeah, I'll take that actually. Airbending, I will reluctantly take that over my minis. So, what that would do for the future of the game, it would give us theories, it would give us ideas, it would make us start thinking about what's going on around us and what will start going on. It'll make us contemplate more about the island itself. It'll make us look to the future while still having fun playing this game. Right now, everything that's happening in the season, we're just waiting week to week. It is just a very simple, straightforward, right now not super impactful story. Now, I really hope that the only impact is not just gods fight, things blow up, island in disrepair, we need to repair it, because those seasons are... Hold on, we know the future of this game, actually, because the next one is the apocalypse. So, as an author, how would I tie this in here? I think the very obvious thing to say they're doing is, oh, the gods destroyed everything, so, you know. You're hot. Dog had every shield potion. He had cornered the market. Bro thought he was invincible. I showed him what for. Apocalypse. Okay, so obviously the place I think they're gonna take it in, knowing how Fortnite is, it's going to be the gods fight. I'd have some of them die, but this is what I'd predict them to do. I'm going to say there's a massive war. They eventually stop fighting once they start to see the island's damage. They resolve it among them, and one or two of them is left behind to try and pick up the pieces, while the rest of them go off the island and we literally never hear from them again. Or they all die. That could happen too. Just cover fire drum gun. Yeah, I don't really like the drum gun this season. Oh, yay! There's a mod bench here, isn't there? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where the hell is the mod bench? There it is. This is for a challenge, by the way. Nope. Get that shit out. Okay, we gotta go. The last Airbender items are amazing, by the way. What are we to say? Okay, so one or two of them is left behind to help us out. I'm guessing Artemis or Aphrodite. And I mean, maybe Zeus, and he asks for an apology or something. Or he apologizes and asks for forgiveness, I mean. I think that'd kind of suck and go against his character. But, I mean, it could happen. And don't try and tell me that's character growth. He doesn't even have a character. He's just angry. So cute how he thinks he can get away. Do I have a crown? I think I do. I do not. Well, I do now. That shit looked like Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. What did these do? Okay. Gain charges of overtime for bursts of mobility. Prepare for war and use ranged weapons with increased damage. Vigor of Zeus, run faster and jump high. Okay. I don't have the best one. Crazy. Okay, I think I should just let those two box it out. But, yeah. So, they help us clean it up, and the island's condition worsens during Season 3 until Season 4, the Marvel season, when Doctor Doom is on the front. But, okay, Marvel season. Who would come? It honestly could just be Doctor Doom, so we're gonna go with that, for simplicity's sake. Doctor Doom descends onto the map, and shoot, if that's an end of season event. Yo, this season is gonna be a... Oh no, because we have... Season OG 2. That's cute. Imagine. What the hell is that? Oh, that's the train, I think. Okay, well, I know where everyone else is. That's helpful. I have high ground. Dun 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 dun. So now I pretty much can't be sandwiched. Question mark. Oh, okay, that's helpful. Thanks, game. Oh, it's a bot. Okay, good. Just making sure I'm getting the credit for that. Wow, if he would have crouch walked, he might have won. Where is he? Oh, he's there. Okay, well, I'd be stupid not to do this. Yo, I feel like Chad Warden right now. Where is he? Okay, that's bad news. I don't know where he is. Serious. So that worries me. I'm just gonna go for it. That was a bad idea. Okay. I knew I was gonna lose the second I lost that, missed that no scope. I've been cooked, bro. Oh shoot, he's probably sending me the Seahawks draft pick. The pick is in. Fashanu to the Jets. 6 QBs taken in the first 12 picks. Yeah, shut up. Brock Bowers. Alright. Who we pick? Alright, I gotta see this live. Right. Tom Grossi. Draft breakdown round 1.
Gen Predator Dual and Tri-Fuel generators. The best value for your power needs. Only at Harbor Freight.
Hello. Allow me to introduce.
Shut up, bitch. To quote The Rock.
Let's do a short. Let's do this. Okay. Do here. Got a day tour, Jay Cartman. I have faith in the bikes now. We'll see. We'll see. Seahawks could go a couple options here. They go Turner, they go Murphy, they go Mitchell. There's a few things that they could do here. O-line. CJ with Firecross, I think JJ's gonna bust in Minnesota. No, I think he's going into a pretty good environment. I don't think bust, but
Bonus.
oh, that's a great thumbnail right now. Alright. Let's just hold on, just gotta upload a short. What the F? Falcons draft QB Michael Penix Jr. Okay, hashtag NFL draft shorts.
Don't remind me, Grossi.
Dave, bring Trahan with you. He knows a thing or two about something around the world, regardless.
I think we're gonna get the Troy kid.
That'd be nuts. MC, thank you for the tenor. That'd be nuts.
It's a great skin,
Listen,
by the way.
Here's where I always am. Right?
Talk to
As
me.
you know, if you've watched the show for any amount of time, I never ask for money. I'm so appreciative of the donations. This is how this channel's run.
He's so sweet.
But I never
Subscribe
ask.
to Tom
Always for
Grossi.
charity. It's always for charity.
Especially if
But,
you like the NFL.
Listen, shit's hard out there right now. The economy's not great. You know, like things are rough. So I never have had like any expectations of what we're gonna hit. You know, and I'm super proud and super happy with any dollar that is donated. That's why I bet all the charities as much as I do. But I don't know how much we'll hit, but I'm really effing excited. I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be great. Christina with a 10. My dad Michael and I are watching.
Wow, that's loud.
No other way to watch the draft. Thanks for all I do. Hey, Christina, shout out to you and your dad. Let's go.
It is the way to watch the drafts.
Goes you with a Freer. McCarthy's about to hand Aaron Jones' career numbers. Ventura Seahawks take Storm Duck. Book it! Not to fire. Odds on Knicks become the next savior for Denver. Let me out the next Paxton Lynch. I mean, if I wouldn't necessarily start him right away.
No, that's so facts.
You know, they turn 5-1 team. Strawberry with the choice. Joe, if I make sure Atlanta's not an auto draft, they might have walked away. Might have walked away. 5 is hammered. He said he was going to make his own Moscow mules, too. Jay would fire Duval! Nah, Deb, don't worry about donating. I appreciate you just watching. Yes, sir, now thanks you're aware that you're doing this. They are aware. Yes, they are. Sir, I show up for you, take my money. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Alright, yeah, let's see. Terry Tom. Oh, my mom is treating me to VIP SmackDown tickets. Hey, for your birthday, let's go.
Hell yeah, dude.
LA
Congrats.
Night, yeah. Alright, Seahawks pick. Oh, they go Murphy.
Who the hell is Murphy?
That's a good pick. I hate the Seahawks. That's a good pick. Jeremy. Love you, man. My Saints pick, but...
I love how he directly missed Quandre Dix yelling, "Yeah, Murph, go ball."
This is Alan Gascoigne.
Byron Murphy, defensive tackle. That's an offensive line position. Cool. Oh no, he's defensive. Hell yeah, dude. Second LOB. It's the return. I know we've been saying this for years, but this time, we're back. We're back. I love you, Murphy. You my dude. Diablo D. Dude. You my guy. I'm happy to be playing ball with you. I love you. Are you freaking kidding me? She's so cool. Airbending. Hell yeah, dude. What's the last one? Earthbending. The boring one. What more do I have to discuss on Chapter 4? I think that order makes the most sense, personally. Oh, it's only one hit? Okay. Chapter 4 of Fortnite. It was a course correction. Why it should be appreciated and respected more than it is. By both the fans and the producers of the game. Please break. Dog. Playing a damn platformer over here. I will also like to say that I've been playing for hours and I have still not attained a new page of the Battle Pass, which is kind of insane to me. That's just me, though. Oh, okay, that has no carrying distance. That's just... Fortnite has some fire-ass lobby music. Dog. Just doing a repeat of last game, huh? Yeah, I cannot see what's going on over there. But I like the Bills. They're my second team. First will always be the Hawks, but like... Oh, come on. Hell yeah. It's the last airbender. That's literally me. Who dares? That's a real guy. Yeah, the way he was playing did not give that away at all. This is intentional. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I really don't like firebending in close range. I just don't know how to use it yet. Oh yeah, my controller's gonna die soon. That's right, I don't care. Oh yeah, that's right, I do want to see that. Water from the bus. Just land in the water. Past there. Oh my gosh. Pull your glider, dude. This has been a glitch that I have experienced many times over, and I am so done with it. Dude, this combo's so good. Wait, would that count as landing at a shrine? Actually gonna try that. Oh wait, no, it's just right up there. Okay, no, never mind. Oh shoot. Yeah, that's way better actually. Is it though? Oh, too late to change course now. Unless I want to go there, which is even worse. Wow, I almost landed on that raft. This has made me want to check out Avatar. The life of a fisherman. Hi. I am talked out. I wish for silence. Yo, if I get another one, I'll just carry 2 bags of these, unless I get another flopper. Oh. Well. Fuck. Well, obviously. This skin is terrible. Ah, that's where I need to be going. Light a campfire. Back the fuck up. He hath been shitted on. Oh. Oh, that includes yourself. I did not know that. Okay. Well. I didn't plan to keep them anyway. Who's here? Ah, little Curtis finna get himself a crown. Oh, she's cute. Respect it's not giving it as earned. You go. Oh, Valeria. Whose calls he'll still take, that's funny. A job for you'd love to know, wouldn't you? That's so hard. The society gave this island much needed stability. Will always crave a strong hand. Hope. See, a very, very long time. Ironically, everything that Valeria touches turns to gold. Are you serious? Really? She gives no ammo with that? That's kind of weird. Don't know about that one. Good finally seeing another engaging character after so long. Yay. I love these challenges. Oh, okay. I should have been doing that. Okay, well, I plan to use that anyway, so I'm not too broken up over it. Yay! I'm disappointed that they finally made a bad DMR. I would love to drive Casey Hara's Scorpion.
Hero, welcome. Hero, welcome.
Cerberus calls.
To give information about your actions, a command I am willing to ignore if you help me. Certain trusted me with the powerful artifact. Fortunately, it was misplaced. Fail. I'll tell Zeus what you've been up to. That is so hard. See, I love this little mini story they have going on. Who just hit me? Brother thinks fire travels that far. Are you, what is this? What is this stupid back and forth movement? This is me coping because I suck. When does this end? I feel like it should end soon. Oh, a week. Okay. Light chakra? The fuck? Sound? Air? Yo, I don't know anything about this series, dog. Can't buy a train. This is on the train. Ew, I don't like the train. The train sucks. Ew. Alright, that's it for me. Well,